Alrighty, guys and gals, what's going on, everybody? Sorry about the mic adjustment. I should do that before I start the video. It's Big E. Yes, it is. And this is a brand new Let's Play on the channel. Yep. I've had a lot of people recently ask me about hardcore, if we're going to do more of it, and we are currently doing a hardcore challenge. And at the time of this video, it's the Naked Mage challenge on Exabyte, and as far as I know, he's still alive. This is a brand new series. I have rolled a human warrior, and as you can see, it's happening here in Northshire Valley. Got people just constantly loading in. We are in Classic Era on the Bloodsail Buccaneers hardcore community server. Yes, we are. I'm not sure what the guild is on this server, but I have rolled Skunk. It just came to me. Sometimes the magic just happens. I looked at this character up on the screen, and it just came to me. Skunk. Yes. Let's have a look here. People have been telling me how much Classic Era is just popping. I mean, it's just kicking off, man. Let's see what the guild is here. I can't remember what the Alliance guild is. It might be HC Elite. Is it? There's a lot of guilds here. I'm actually not sure what it is. It's HC Elite. This is the hardcore guild, I believe. We might get into that, but here's the thing. We're not going to do the community rule set. It's going to be even harder. We're doing the Ironman challenge. So if you're not familiar with the Ironman challenge has been going on for years. It was created by the community to challenge themselves in the game. So here are the rules. I'll put them up on the screen so you can review them. This is the original Ironman challenge. First and foremost, it's permadeath. You cannot die, like all hardcore challenges, pretty much, unless it's a custom challenge. The big one here, one of the big ones, there's many big ones, all of these are big. You cannot have any gear above white gear. That's right. Gray gear or white gear only. No green gear, no blue gear, nothing. You can have no professions. You can have no talents. And we can have no buffs at all. Now, the buffs that we can have are the buffs that we can put on ourselves as a paladin, which is going to be Blessing of Might, the Devotion aura, whatever auras we want. But no food buffs. No flasks, no elixirs, no potions, nothing. I believe we are allowed to use first aid. Are we? No, because that's a profession, no primary. I've worked it out by the time this video is out. You'll see it in the rule set. I don't think we're not even going to go there. We're not going to worry about first aid. But I think in the Ironman they do allow you to use first aid. But it doesn't make any sense to me because that's a profession, even though it's a secondary one. We're not going to allow it. This is the hardest of cores. And I've chosen a warrior simply because shield, and we can also wear plate right off the bat. You know, we can start getting that plate gear that drops right off the bat, and it's a lot more protection than the cloth, the leather, mail, what have you. But that's it. We are going to do this. And I'm looking forward to it. Now, I do have the hardcore add-on here, but I may as well turn it off. Actually, does this work for us? Let me see something here. So with this hardcore add-on, if you go in here to achievements, you can look up specific achievements for your specific class. So here's 3 examples. Complete the hardcore challenge without at any point equipping mail or plate. Okay, we're not doing that. Complete the hardcore challenge without at any point using a stance other than battle stance. Now this one, I think we can do. Am I in battle stance? I guess I am. I think we could do that. Defensive stance increases your it reduces the damage you take, right? Something like that. This is just balanced. We could do that. Complete the hardcore challenge without at any point wielding a two-handed melee weapon or dual wielding. Now, I don't know. There's a ton of stuff you can do. But this is it's hard enough for us. This is the hardest challenge you can do in the game. Well, actually the pacifist is probably the hardest challenge because you can't kill anything. But let's start this off. We're going to have fun with this.
Hey there.
I might streamline these a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. Which would mean I might be editing stuff out to streamline it, but I don't know.
Well met.
Hardcore challenges, you don't really want to edit anything. People, I think, want to see the full process. So just thinking about it, we're not going to edit anything out. You're going to see the whole entire journey. Do I have any illusions of getting to level 60? No. But we'll try. I don't know what the highest level... We have done an Ironman challenge on the channel before, at least one other time, but I think potentially twice. Now, I'm not going to be reading quests here, because we've done all of these quests a ton of times. I will streamline it that way, but look at the people here. There's just a ton. Absolute ton of people. Anyway... We start off with this. This is what we're wearing. In fact, taking the shirt off. Don't need the shirt. Put that on the Hearthstone. I mean, on the Hearthstone. On the bar. Let me set to auto loot here. No, we don't need that. It's not protecting us. Not doing anything. We don't need these. It's providing no armor. That's just a little bit of an upgrade. Yeah, this is us. I'm just going to leave this open because we're going to be picking up a lot of items and we'll be able to equip them right away. What else was I going to say? I'm not sure. Okay, we need vermins and wolves. There's a vermin. Yeah, look at the people jumping around. This almost feels like a fresh start. It's way busier on a fresh start, but still... This is a lot of people, man. I'm going to keybind that. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Let's auto-loot here. Auto-loot. Looking for the vermin. I mean, we can just slay whatever. Doesn't really matter. This is going to be pretty grindy. Pretty grindy. Let's see, what bar is that? This is bar 5. So let's do this real quick. Let's go to our key bindings, bartender, bar 5, button 1. Just do mouse button 4 for right now. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm actually recording this video the same night that we live streamed, which was a Sunday. We live streamed with the Misty Mountain Gaming Company Guild. We ran Dead Mines and we ran Wailing Caverns. Had a great group. 2 different groups. I think some of the same people were in the groups though. It's a hell of a lot of fun. Streamed for about 5 hours. Oh, okay, I've got some jerky here. I gotta watch my health. Look at the rage we have built up here. And again, this is classic era. Not Wrath of the Lich King. Let's track both of these quests. Where's my questy at? Might turn questy off. Fact. Oh, now it popped up. Oh, that might be set to not pop up automatically, or it disappears in combat, which I kind of like. Add-ons. Yeah, I'm going to turn Questy off for right now. Just a little bit too busy. And what we'll do is we'll track our quest the old school way. In fact, I probably won't use Questy this entire Let's Play here. I will move this up a little bit if anybody's interested in seeing. But I'll be turning that off and on throughout the Let's Play. I kind of like a clean interface. Yeah, they're looking for the HC Guild invite. I'm pretty sure it's HC Elite for the Alliance. It might be victory or death for the Horde of the Bloodsail Buccaneers. I'm not actually sure, though. But, like I said, we are not really... I mean, we would fall under the rule set for sure. It's just we're actually a little bit more difficult. So we could join a guild, and we might. We'll see. We'll see what we do there. Yeah, we did the live stream for 5 hours, and I was pretty tired, pretty beat. My voice was pretty worn. I took a couple of hours. I got something to eat. I rehydrated. I watched the end of the Kansas City Cincinnati game. Oh my God. Dude, I almost died. Almost died. Why am I not eating here? There we go. Yeah, and then I don't know, I kind of felt revitalized. I was like, you know what? I've got this energy. I may as well take advantage of it. And I was going to record something else. And I was just like, you know what? We've had a couple of people ask me about the, oh, that's way better. A couple of people asked me about the hardcore stuff. I was like, let's just do it, man. Just start a new one. Why not? I guess I'm in my battle stance right now. I thought it would, like, show. Mine. Sorry, bro. There's a shield. Is that an upgrade? Should be. Almost anything we get is pretty much going to be a wolf meat. An upgrade. Oh, that's definitely this. So, like I said, this is kind of the nice thing about playing a plate-wearing class, or even a male-wearing class. You get that stuff on immediately, and at least you get a little bit of armor, you know? The clothies, they've got to worry about their spells doing damage, but you can take a lot of melee hits early on. And being honest, just classic warrior, it just feels pretty good. It does feel pretty good. So I got to be careful about what food I eat as well, because you can't have any food buffs. We're doing this super hardcore. So no stamina buff, no spirit buff, whatever. And I also have to be mindful, if people put buffs on me, it's unavoidable, right? It's not like something you can turn off. What I have to do is make sure I get rid of it. I've got to be paying attention. Now, if somebody gives me a buff and I'm just not paying attention, like I'm doing something, I'm engaged here, and I don't notice it right away, I'm not going to call it a failed HC attempt. We'll just let it go. And I'm definitely going to try to be aware of that. So definitely call me out if you see an episode and I had a buff up the whole time. Definitely call me out on that, because I got to be aware. And there is a site, where you can register, and you can be. There's like a legend board and all this. If you get to 60 on the Ironman challenge, your name goes up on like this wall on a site. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I have attempted this challenge many, many times. That's an upgrade. Many times, years and years before I had this channel. Never completed it, but I got fairly high once. I think I got into the low 50s. No, we're actually done. Let's, we'll turn in some quests here.
King's Honor, friend.
King's Honor, bro. I'll show you the add-ons I'm using here, if anybody is interested. Not many. I need to save all of the food that I get, and luckily we don't have to worry about mana. So here are the add-ons I'm using. I'm using Bartender because of my interface. The Hardcore, which might just turn this off. I don't know. We really need it. The hide chat button, really because of stuff like this. I kind of like a clean interface. And then Pawn. What Pawn does is it tells me what thing sells for more. It's really not that big of a deal, especially in this challenge, but leave it on for right now.
Good day to you. See you around.
Let's go check in here. If you want to see chat, just let me know. If you'd rather that be open, I don't mind it. I mean, it bothers me a little. But if people would prefer to see it, I don't mind leaving it open.
Go with honor, friend.
All right, let's go check in with the warrior trainer. I might be able to learn one thing here.
Can I help you? See you later. What can I do for you?
Yeah, we want that. We'll come back at level 4, get a few more things. We like that. That'll help us out. This reduces the melee attack power. I mean, increases the melee attack power of me by 16. No groups are allowed in the Ironman challenge.
Hello.
We'll take the since we have no feet, I guess I'll just take that.
Safe travel.
Anything helps. Now again, this is a challenge where, like with Exabyte, this ramps up in difficulty really quickly. We're looking for the workers. They're going to have blue shirts on here. But we're just going to slay whatever. We don't care. So this is going to have to change. Stays up for 2 minutes. And again, this is allowed because it's something we can do. It's not a buff from another player. So if somebody gives us a drive-by, Mark of the Wild, Paladin buff, we got to get rid of it. And I got to pay attention to that. I may have linked the site for this challenge. I don't know if I remembered to do it, but you can find it easily. Ironman challenge, you can find it. Not sure how often I'm going to be releasing this because I do have a very full schedule right now. You guys might not actually see this. Like the reference I made to the live stream might not make a whole lot of sense because I may have elected to release this much, much later. I don't know. I'm thinking about it right now internally of how I could potentially do this. There we go. We have played a warrior before on the channel. Mr. Mountain, our gnome warrior. He's level 60. He's retired for the time being. Thought about taking him through, the Dark Portal, but we took Finn through there, and it would essentially be the same quest, and I didn't really want to do that. But it was a lot of fun. Leveling to 60 was a lot of fun. So also this add-on pawn, it tells me if something's an upgrade. That's the other thing I like about it. I mean, I can just hold shift down and right click, but it's just a little bit easier. It gives you a little bit more specifics on it. Okay, we're stacked here on rage. Another shiny red apple, we'll take that. Taking your candles, kobolds. Would be nice if we got lucky with a maybe a little sword or something. We can dual wield as a warrior. That's later though, but probably I'm gonna stay with the sword and the board, honestly. Just because it's extra armor, extra block, we're gonna need that for sure. Yeah, I'm really happy to see this many people. Battle shout fell off. Okay, we just need one more. We'll have to go into the mine next. There's level 4. Let's head on back to the trainer because we can get an ability, and then we'll go over and do the bandanas. Gonna need 12 of them. Look at all these people running around, man. You don't really see this in starting zones anymore. Like, you're lucky if you see one person, you know? I love it. I love that people enjoy the hardcore challenge. I really do. It's a really fun way to play the game. Yeah, the laborers we'll need next. Let's go check in here. I should have enough money to get... Yeah, it's 1 silver apiece, I think.
Greetings.
How you doing? Yeah, we'll take charge. And we'll take rend. Very good for us. Open up the charge if we've got the rage. This is a little dot we can put. I'll change my keybinds here. Yeah. So let's change that to button 2. Bartender. Is it bar 5? It is. Just reset that one and set this one for there. Listening to my neighbor's dog. Almost 9 p.m. It's outside just going nuts. just barking like it's the middle of the day and there's a burglar. You guys, I know you can't hear it. I've got filters on the mic and all that, but boy, it drives me crazy, man, listening to that dog bark. And it's all the time. That dog barks all the time. Sometimes they're good about it. Like, they're usually pretty good about it. If it's dark outside or really early in the morning, they won't let it bark for too long. But during the day, that dog will bark for hours. Just constant. It's insane. Wow, this is going to be a little bit tough for us to get some mobs here. Actually, those actually do need to change. I need to change that back. Because I want my rend up. Get that dot going. Change it back. What is middle mouse button? I don't even know what that is. Unbind that. So set this. There we go. Hello there. I could use middle mouse button for rend. I resisted, huh? So Ren causes 15 damage over 9 seconds. Not a whole lot, but something's better than nothing. Hey, little mage. You gotta be on your toes to get a mob around here. This does remind me a little bit of a launch. How busy it is. People trying to tag mobs. You gotta be fast. I think I want to change it back. I'll work it out. I'll work out my rotation. Usually work them out as I play. Middle mouse might not be too bad for charge, actually. Sure we're not getting any upgrades? There's a little upgrade there. How dare you? Battle shot fell off. Gotta keep up with that. Pretty fast respawn rate in here, though. Usually don't have to wait very long. I just doubled up on Ren. That was terrible. I think they tuned them. You know, they tuned it kind of for this reason. You don't want to be waiting on a mob. That's typically why I never play right off the bat when something's fresh and new. I know I miss that experience with all the people, but I honestly don't enjoy it. I do not like competing for resources and waiting on mobs. It's yeah, not a fan of it. Like people just spamming buttons and you got people AoEing and it's just kind of terrible. I mean, what you have to do is essentially get into a group, but then you have groups of people competing. It can be rough. But not my thing, man. I'll gladly wait a couple of days to play. Hello there. Oh, we just need about 4 more here. Oh, okay. He's going to pick both of those up. I guess she died to the bleed there. I do wish I could charge in combat. That would be nice. I must be in. I must have been in combat with something else because I could not charge there. Actually, our bags are full too. Not what I wanted to do right there. All right, we just need a few more. Unbelievable, man. Hey. Missed it. Hopefully we get our bandana here. Would like to move out of this zone. We got a few more things to do. We got to come back and kill Garrick. That is a mob that's going to be camped. More than likely. Now, starting in Wrath, for whatever reason, they changed all of the starting zone mobs to neutral. There are no longer hostile mobs. Terrible call, I think. And the reason I think that is because if you're a new player to this game, fighting a hostile mob teaches you how to use your abilities a little bit, you know? If you're just fighting neutral mobs, you don't have to worry about pulling extra stuff.
How are you?
I think it's a really bad play that they did there. So, as a human, we have mace specialization and sword specialization. So, skill with swords and two-handed increased by 5. The same thing with maces. So, it's in our best interest to use one of these. And are these exactly the same? This one... So, the way that, if anybody doesn't know, if you're looking at weapons trying to find which one's better, slower weapons generally deal more overall damage. Faster weapons, it's going to have a higher damage per second. You attack faster, but you do slightly less damage. So this can, especially with the paladin, with some of the classic paladins, with their seals and stuff, this can work because your attacks refresh time and things like that for you. So to do a little research, figure out what works better for you. But I think right here, I'm going to go... We've been using the sword. Doesn't matter. At this level, it wouldn't take long to level up. They both... These actually... I'm going to take the sword here. They're pretty much identical.
Have a good one. Hey there. Safe travels.
But let's chuck that on right now. And let's sell off the stuff. I'm hoping we get lucky with a bag drop. That would be pretty nice. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you do not get lucky. You can go many, many levels without getting a bag. It's nice to be able to sell all this off. We can keep all the food. Keep all the food in our bag.
Go with honor, friend.
And we can buy... You can buy white gear. Yes. Check with vendors and all that good stuff. Millie Osworth, she's in the back. All right, let's go do the laborers first, the kobolds. Millie is going to want us to go get some wine from where we just were. It'd be nice to pick that quest up at the same time, but I don't think you can. What? What is it?
What is it?
More work?
Good day to you. Hello.
How are you?
Have a good one.
How you doing, bro? You need help? Nah, this guy's fine. The Night Reaper. The Reaper of Night. Da 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 dee. Da 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 da. Laborers will be in here. Here's one. How's it going, laborer? So not having professions and talents and stuff, I mean, not having talents is rough. But not having to worry about professions, it does make a little bit more streamlined in your leveling, I think, because you don't have to spend time picking herbs, mining nodes, leveling up your professions. Obviously, they are useful, but that's just kind of one positive way you could potentially look at it. And I will have to look at the secondary professions, but I don't think you're allowed to use them. However, I do think there is a stipulation for first aid. I think you can learn first aid, which makes me think that you could potentially learn the secondary ones. I'll have to look into it, and I probably already have, and they've probably already been in the rule set. We'll see. I got 3 mobs right here. I gotta be careful here. Yeah. If these were hostile, obviously I wouldn't be doing this. In fact, we'd probably be dead if I was doing this with hostile mobs. Let's have a little bite. Get rid of that, and we'll replace it with the cheese here. Doesn't take long to restore health, because we don't have any. Got a nice little spot here. Everything's respawning for me. Oh, that's nice too. That's a really good feeling. If you're ever in combat, you're in a bad spot, and you level up, you go full mana, or full health, full mana. Very nice. It happens every once in a while. I feel like I should just hang in here, let these things respawn on top of me. There's one right there. Now, if you want to try the Ironman challenge in retail, they have customized the rules a little bit, because in retail they automatically throw you into a spec. I don't know why. I gotta stop doing that. I keep doubling up on my run, which is terrible. What they allow you to do, whatever spec you get thrown into in retail, I think you can change it once, but you can't pick any talents or anything like that. I think it's how that works. I could be wrong. But we don't have to worry about that here, because obviously, you know, classic. You when you pick your first talent, it would be on one of the 3 tabs, right? We don't have to worry about that, which kind of sucks. These talents are super helpful. All right, let's see if we can get Garrick's head here. So you'll see a lot of players with HC at the end of their name, signifying they're a hardcore player. Not everybody, but I think it's great so many people are doing it. Also, I'm glad it's in Classic era too. I do have a Season of Mastery character still. Oh man, these mobs are hostile, dude. I do have another Beard Fist character in Season of Mastery, and I got him up to, I don't remember, but I don't know, I wasn't feeling it anymore, so I'm probably gonna just let that character go. And that server is, there are still people out there doing it, if you can believe it. There are still some people doing it, but not a lot. Now, this is tough. Look at all the people waiting here, man. Oh, my God. What do I get for his head? I don't really think I care, honestly. I don't want to wait. This is an RP server, and usually RP people, what they'll do is they'll do this. They'll wait in line for each person to kill it. I don't know how many people that was. 6. I'm not waiting. So we're just not going to do... We're not going to do this one. Yeah, I don't mind skipping that. It's not like the reward is amazing or anything. Oh, I forgot Millie's Harvest. We can do Millie's Harvest. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll just drop this one. The resists. The looting in Classic, it's so terrible. It takes so long. In Wrath, the looting and the profession working, it just zips across the bar. I do like that better. This is actually nice because everybody's farming the mobs. They're, you know, leaving these things wide open. They also respawn really quick. She will attack us, so just do that. But one thing they did do in these classic zones, the mobs don't run off on you. Maybe they felt like it would be a little bit too challenging, but that's something you don't see. Humanoids in the game will generally run off, and also some beasts, but when they designed the game, they probably were thinking, you know, don't want to overwhelm players. I don't know. Not really sure, but none of the mobs in the starting zones run off on you, though. Let's go turn this into Millie. She'll want us to take this to somebody up on the bell tower up there.
How are you?
I'm good. We get a little bit of an upgraded
Safe
belt.
travels.
Take that.
What can I do for you?
Yeah. Very nice. And the nice thing about a warrior, we do not have to wait. It's not like a hunter has to wait till level 40 before he can wear mail. There's another class like that too. We could just wear plate. We can just wear what we need to wear. I'm pretty sure, right? I don't think we have to wait till level 40 and then learn the plate specialization.
What can I do for you?
I think we can just do it.
See you later.
What are you doing? Maybe some RP stuff up here. All right, we're going to Goldshire. Pretty sure there's a warrior trainer in Goldshire. I know there's a paladin trainer.
Light bless you.
And for the Ironman challenge, I don't actually remember if we can use the auction house. I think you can. You can buy like white gear and you can buy food. I think. I'll have to double check on that. But the way we do hardcore challenges on the channel, we generally do like a custom kind of challenge. I could allow it if I wanted to. But I can't remember if that's actually allowed
Safe travels.
in the rules. I think that it is in the original Iron Man. I'm not talking about the community rule set here. That's different. The community rule set, you cannot use the auction house. But basically anything else goes. I mean, you can't get into groups with the purpose of helping somebody on a quest unless you're running with somebody. You start in the same area with somebody, like you're a duo or a trio. There's a rule on the dungeons. I think you can run a dungeon once per eligible level or something like that. And a lot of people do the hardcore challenge just for the hardcore dungeon runs, which is also fun. We did one of those on the channel, just one. but it was fun. I think it was Ragefire Downs. I think. Might have been Razorfen Corral. One of the two. Razorfen Downs or Razorfen Corral. I think we 3-manned it. Yeah. Get all the people, man. Let's go talk to the innkeeper. We'll set our Hearthstone here. All kinds of people.
Hey there.
Innkeeper Farley, how are you, bro? Take the pumpkin. We don't have to
See you
worry about
around.
mana. That's a nice thing
Hello.
to not have to worry
Have a
about.
good one.
Yeah, we'll take that. Pick up all the quests here. We'll be doing
Good
all
day
this.
to you.
Good day to you.
See you later.
See you later, bro. Got some hunters running around. Got some people dueling. Got to watch for buffs.
Hello. Have a good one.
Well met.
Report to Goldshire. A little bit of an upgrade. Take that. The pikeman shield, sure.
Go with honor, friend.
And is there a warrior trainer back here? There's the paladin trainer. Yeah, right here, warrior trainer. Nice. Well, we can't train anything up yet, but this is where we'll come
Farewell.
when we hit level 60. But I think we're going to call this an episode. Yes, we are. Not sure when the next one's going to come out. I don't know when you guys are going to see this. I haven't made a decision. It was a really spur of the moment choice for the episode. So I got to look at the schedule and all that. But I'm looking forward to this. I love the Ironman challenge. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining me. If you have any questions about it, tips, tricks, comments, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Anyway, you guys and gals take care. Skonk and myself will catch you in the next episode. Peace.